to the Crown Sessions, where passion, knowledge, and development thrive. I am Shana, I am your self-care sister. So what we're gonna do today is do your first self-care check-in. This is gonna be the first part in a series on planning and developing your life. Now, the key to finding balance in your life is to really figure out what exactly do you want, right? So many people don't really know the specifics in what they want. They have a generalized idea. So to help us do that, we're gonna take a breakdown of each area of our life and identify specifically what we want in each of those areas. So first area is going to be your personal life. Now, when I identify that I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about professional relationships, I'm talking about personal relationships with friends and family, as well as the most important relationship you have, and that's with yourself. So as we know, sometimes as you grow and you develop and you progress in your life, you might find that you lose certain people in your life and you gain new people. Sometimes people are meant to be in your life only for a season or two, and some people are supposed to be there for the entire thing. It's up to you to identify those people, because at the end of the day, what you want is to have people that are there rooting you on and backing you up at every single turn. As you're perfecting and creating the life that you want, you really want those strong pillars to have your back. Now, when you identify those people in your life that are more focused on romantic relationships, those are also the same thing. So you want people who are going to be there to support you and elevate you and teach you and help you grow. So identifying those people early on is going to be important along your journey. Now, the one that I talked about and I emphasized in our introduction is that relationship that you have with yourself. Are you taking the time that you need to be able to really organize and set yourself up for success? Now, when I'm talking about taking time with the relationship with yourself, it's really identifying the root in you loving you the way you should, right? You should not be finding love and commitment in other people before you find that in yourself. You need to commit to loving yourself wholly, okay, in its entirety. That's one of the biggest parts of when I'm talking about personal relationships. It really does start with you. Now we're gonna move on to step 2. This one is professional. Now this has 2 subcategories. The first category is your career. So your career, and that's identifying, are you in the career that you really want? If not, what career do you want to be in? If you are in the career you want and you're ready to move to the next level, how do you really get there? What is that goal in mind? What is that role that you're looking forward to that you feel your passion is in? Or are you in a situation where you're ready to start your own business, right? So identifying really and taking a really hard look at what you truly want is gonna be key here. Now it's about passion. So there's multiple people who have multiple different skills and multiple things that they wanna do, right? I myself, I'm a very analytical, organized person, but there's also a part of my brain that is super creative. So I wanna make sure that I'm finding balance and being able to use both my left and my right side of my brain. This is gonna be really, really important in trying to find out what specifically your passion is and how you're going to make that into a career. The second subcategory under professional is going to be your financial stability. So when you're talking about your career and what you want to do and what your passion is that something that's going to make you financially stable in the type of lifestyle that you want? That is really important to think about as well. We all know that we're out here trying to chase that bag, right? We're trying to get that money. What lifestyle do you want to lead? What kind of retirement do you eventually want to have? What kind of things do you want to be able to experience while you're going through and working? The worst thing to do is work day in and day out and not enjoy what you do, and then you have a lot of money and you don't really get to experience it because you're overworking yourself. Or you're not making enough money to be able to see and experience the things you really want to do. Find your passion and make it your paycheck. So I'm challenging you right here in this professional section to really take a crucial deep dive look at what you want. And it's okay. That might not happen today. It might not happen this month. But as you're starting to dig deeper into what you really find is your passion, start writing down these things. Start taking notes. And then you can start to do your research on the real jobs and careers that you want so desperately. All right, now we're gonna jump into our third and final area that we're gonna discuss today, and that's health. Now, the first thing that we're gonna talk about under health is mental health. And as I'm categorizing it, these are your self-care routines. These are the things that give you that mental break. So are you able to enjoy reading, journaling, doing something artistic, listening to music, being able to dance? This is where your passion comes in that really gives you that mental balance throughout the day, the week, or the month. The second part is your physical health, right? We're talking about, of course, going to the doctor, checking out what your numbers are, absolutely making sure that you're getting some sort of exercise in for your body. These are really important parts. Are you meal prepping? What are you putting into your body? I know it took me a while to figure out the balance for myself, and I'm still going through that balance, right? I'm just like you. But this is such an important area that we have to make sure that we take account for this when we're talking about balance. And then the third part of health is your spiritual health. Being able to have something to be able to balance your mind. Is it meditation? Is it going to church? What is that for you? I think that's such an important part of our lives, and to consider what aspect we're going to take to be able to incorporate into our normal everyday life. So remember, we're going to go ahead and break down the 3 steps that we talked about today. The first one is going to be your personal, and that is your relationships. Your second area you're going to take a look into is your professional. That's your career and financial stability. And then your third is going to be health, and that is mental, physical, and spiritual health. These are the 3 areas that are going to be so important in finding your balance. I know it may seem weird to compartmentalize your life in this way, but I tend to find this really helps me. I actually got this kind of technique from one of my really, really close best friends, who, when she was not feeling great, she would kind of compartmentalize her life into categories like this and say, okay, am I doing okay mentally? Do I feel like I'm okay in my professional life or my school life? And that helped her kind of narrow down where her problems were that she wanted to be able to tackle. And now I use this in my day-to-day to be able to organize my life strategically and break down what it is I really want. So please utilize these tips to be able to really take notes and find out really what you want. That is the first step in finding balance, is really discovering what exactly you want. All right, now that we've finished our self-care check-in, I'm gonna give you homework. Yes, I said homework, but this is actually good homework. So your first thing is, I want you to find a self-care journal. This is where you're gonna put all of your ideas, your thoughts, your analyzing is gonna go in this book, and it's just for you. You can pick it up at Target, go to Amazon, find something cute at Home Goods, whatever you want, pick out your self-care journal. The second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and break down each category and write your goal in each of those 3 categories that we covered. Remember, it's going to be personal, professional, and health. These are the 3 main areas. and break it down into those subcategories that I talked about. I really want to know what your goals are in each one of these areas. That's so important to when we move on to the second part of our self-care check-in and really start going into life planning. All right, thank you for coming to today's session. Don't forget to like this video if you really enjoyed it. I want you to comment below on some of the areas and goals that you have. I really want to see them down below in the comments. And don't forget, you can hit that bell notification after you subscribe so you can be alerted as soon as we upload something new. Remember, and I really, really want you to take this in, remember, self-care starts with you. Nourish it, and I promise you, you will flourish. I'll see you next time.